What's up, everybody? I'm Caroline0204 here once again for another live stream. So, in tonight's live stream, we're going to be discussing my thoughts about this year's iHeartRadio Music Awards, which had been broadcast live on Fox a couple of hours ago. So, I have actually took me a while to compile a list of things that I wanted to discuss in live stream, but I'm just gonna wait for people to wait for I'll just try to I'm just gonna hopefully wait for some people to join the live stream, and I guess then we'll get started. So well, this is a surprise. I'm surprised no one has checked in for my live stream, so I might as well just get started. Okay, so as you all have known, so I guess for no one's whoever's heard of who's ever heard of iHeartRadio before, it's an app you can download on your phone for free, and you could like listen to like all your favorite radio stations and as well as podcasts. I mean, so if you probably heard of like iHeartRadio, if you've heard like ads on the radio about iHeartRadio, I mean it's an app that you download for free, and then it actually has a lot of radio. It has really like a large arsenal of radio stations that you can listen to, as well as like you could also like create your own custom stations like Pandora and Google Play Music. And you could like also listen to like podcasts, although I personally have not listened to any of the podcasts on the app though, but because I don't really care much about the podcast though, but it's actually really nice to have though, but except maybe like for the except for like the Bobby Cast, which is the official podcast of the Bobby Bones Morning Show that I've been listening to a lot. And just a couple hours ago, iHeartRadio has just held their 5th annual ceremony, which they've done since 2014. And I've definitely thought this year had I was definitely impressed by a lot of things from that from the awards. The first thing is that iHeartRadio then opens up these polls so that fans can like vote for in a lot of categories. Although I have not gonna like list them all though, but I'm gonna like go over each category and what I have voted for in that category. So so starting things off with the best lyrics. So the winner for that category was for the best lyrics was Consequences by Camila Cabello. And then some other of the nominees who I had voted for were In My Blood by Without Me by Halsey, which she performed at the beginning of the event. God's Plan by Drake. Girls Like You by Maroon 5 and Cardi B. And Thank You Next by Ariana Grande. So moving on to the songs that have left us in shock. Nominees hold up. The winner of the song that left us in shock was Lady Gaga's I'll Never Love Again, which was from A Star Is Born with Bradley Cooper. But however, I had voted for songs like I've actually voted for One Day by my very own Logic, featuring Ryan Tedder of One Republic, Youth by Shawn Mendes and Khalid, and Childish Gambino's This Is America, which I'll get to. Okay, so okay, okay, the I think okay, okay, moving on to the best music video. The winner was Taylor Swift's Delicate music video, which she world premiered at her at last year's iHeartRadio Music Awards. But I had voted for the music videos, even though I haven't watched any of them personally, though. I had voted for Freaky Friday by Lil Dicky and Chris Brown. Of course, I still have an interest in watching the Freaky Friday movies. The movie. I don't know when I'm gonna be doing that though. One Kiss by Calvin Harris and Dua Lipa. And then Taki Taki with by DJ Snake, Cardi B and Selena Gomez. Psycho by Post Malone and Ty Dolla $ign. And then finally, I Like It Like That by Cardi B with Bad Bunny and J Balvin. So yeah, I'm just okay. So then okay. So the best solo breakout winner, I mean, was Tiffany Young of Girls' Generation, but the other nominees, all who I voted for, all actually came from were from Fifth Harmony. That includes Lauren Harwagi, Ali Brooke, Diana Jane, and Normani. Okay. And as far as the cutest pet award winner, I mean, her Lauren Harwagi's pet Gracie had won, but I had voted for Piggy Smalls, who was Ariana Grande's pet, who actually who she received from her ex Pete Davidson. And then the other pet the other one who I voted for was Sabrina Carpenter's Goodwin. Okay, okay, right. So the Social Star winner, Anges Mo, who I had no idea who she was, but I voted actually for Mason Ramsey, as I have voted in other categories. I mean, I think there was like, and then the moving on to the Fan Army, sponsored by Taco Bell. The winner, the BTS Army, who actually who wasn't able to make it to the last year's iHeartRadio Awards. I mean, they were obviously on their tour, but it would have been great to see them at their last tour, but I didn't get to see them, unfortunately. Okay, moving on to the tour photographer winner. So it turns out that Helene Panbrum, who was who the winner was Helene Panbrum, who is Harry Styles' photographer. But I had voted also for Christian Tierney, who was the former One Directioner, fellow former One Directioner, Niall Horan, and then I voted for Pixie Levinson, who was Dua Lipa's photographer, Raul B, who's Camila Cabello's photographer, Shawn Mendes' photographer, Josiah Vendi, and then Beyonce's Ravy B. So then moving on to the actual band, so the awards was hosted by T-Pain, which I was actually impressed by the selection for the host. T-Pain's he's a pretty good artist. I've definitely heard a lot of his songs. I mean, and I'm very impressed. But anyways, so moving on. So as I mentioned before, Halsey had performed her song "Without Me," which, as I said before, won the which was nominated for the best lyrics. And then I guess supposedly her new boyfriend, Young Blood, performed their new duet with 11 Minutes. And then Halsey also won the Fangirls Award, which I did like to see. So then moving on to the next performance moving on to the next performance, Casey Musgraves. A brand new artist. She then who performed her new song Rainbow, but the first time I actually heard of Casey Musgraves was her song High Horse, that I actually heard on iHeart's Pride Radio channel, one of the stations on the iHeartRadio app that I listen to all the time. High Horse. And then of course I heard it a couple times. I think I've heard it a couple times on Bobby Bones' Friday Morning Dance Party, which I really did like. And then there were a couple of Christmas songs that I've actually heard the past holiday. Okay. And then moving on to the other performances. Who else? So Zedd and Katy Perry, who did their new single together, 365, announced the winner for the best duo and group, and that was none other than 5 Seconds of Summer, of course, who's been going on of course. And then other artists, okay, so then the Tour of the Year winner was received so the Tour of the Year winner. So the winner of the Tour of the Year was Taylor Swift for her Reputation tour, and it was very glad to and I was definitely impressed to who, like I said, who, as I mentioned before, won the best who won the best music video award for her song Delicate. Okay, and that was very, very interesting. Best cover song. Best cover song. So the best cover song, I voted for the cover of Africa by Weezer, which has definitely received substantial airplay, but unfortunately lost out to Shania Twain's cover of "You're Still the One" by Shania Twain, which was covered by Harry Styles and Casey Musgraves. So I mean, I'm definitely voting. So actually, going back to Taylor Swift's Reputation, it also was the Taylor Swift's Reputation tour actually broke a record of being the highest grossing tour in the U.S. So that was something that I also did like. Sorry, I forgot to mention it before. Okay, moving on to and then Alicia Keys. Won the Innovator Award. Definitely watched a lot of the clips that have been compiled, and they were very impressive. I cannot go into detail much about it though, but can't say much. Okay. So one of the other performance though. Moving on to John Legend, who I definitely was. The most interesting part though about John Legend was when T-Pain was making comparisons to the Infinity Gauntlet in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Of course, like in terms of like awards that he has won, being one of the youngest to win awards. So I definitely like that. And then he performed his new song Preach. Which was pretty good. And then there were plenty of other performances. Marshmello, who actually Marshmello, who had won both the I guess the best dance artist as well as the best new pop artist. And then there were some other performances who performed the best new rock alternative artist. Lovely the band. Oh, and Ella May then performed her song Trip, who won both the best new R&B artist as well as the R&B artist of the year, which definitely nice to see someone winning. And of course her song Boot Up won the R&B song of the year, so definitely nice to see. I definitely am proud for Ella May receiving a trio of awards. Okay, moving on. Okay, artist of the year. Hold on. So I actually, one thing that Pharrell Williams then introduced Ariana Grande, who had been working on who then introduced Ariana Grande, who won Artist of the Year and performed her new song Needy off of her new album Thank You Next, which I actually, of course the first of course she had the first iHeartRadio world premiere with her single Seven Rings, as well as the album world premiere of her then album Thank You Next. And then I've heard a couple songs of it, and then songs were pretty good though. And then I'm glad Ariana Grande won. So the artist of the decade. Ooh. So then Garth Brooks, of course he was with he had won the artist of the decade. He's performed, he's had sort of a decent performance though, but of course I was glad to but I'm actually proud for Garth Brooks winning being the artist of decade, and then of course closing out the festival, closing out the music awards was Steve Tyler had closed out the award from Aerosmith, had closed out the award ceremony with the song of the year, and that winner went out to Zed and Maren Morris with the middle. So my overall thoughts about the iHeartRadio Music Awards, it was pretty good. I mean, I was sort of glad that I got to see the entire show live, broadcasting live for the first time. I mean, because I've been watching like other iHeartRadio events live. I mean, but they were like through streaming though, and then of course like such as the Jingle Ball and the iHeartRadio Music Festival. I actually watched both. I mean, I've watched both of those shows in their entirety, and then of course they were then shown on TV, but they were like sort of shortened though. But I mean, I was sort of glad that I actually got to see the iHeartRadio Music Awards live for the first time on TV, because I mean, of course, as a longtime fan of the iHeartRadio, I definitely enjoy watching these events. So it would be great to win. I would have loved to win a trip though, but I would have loved to win a trip though, but it's gonna be probably far in the future. It's gonna be probably not gonna like win anytime soon, but maybe in the future if I happen to enter a contest to win a trip to these iHeartRadio events, I would really enjoy it though. But yeah, and then okay, of course, forgot to mention. Oh, Backstreet Boys I mentioned, and like he then performed song. Backstreet Boys performed them. Oh, I forgot that. Okay, Backstreet Boys performed. I was sort of glad they got to perform. They were like both of their songs. They were pretty decent though. I guess I've had some decent performances. It's pretty glad to see them. Oh, sorry. So I guess overall for the iHeartRadio Awards, it wasn't really bad. Like I said, I wish I had won, but I would love to win a trip one day to actually see these to see these iHeartRadio events. But I guess that will do it for this live stream then. Thank you for coming. All right. It's Caroline 0204 signing off.